Child of God, how are you today? I trust you're doing well. I just want to let you know that there's a reason why God allows us to lack. Have you ever considered or seen around many people, when you look at all those people that God has prepared Himself, and especially for purpose and for what He created for them, and they are also in cooperating with God all through, you will notice a certain cycle. You will notice something that God does to all of us. If He is the one who is working on you, number one is that you will lack in one way or another. And you will lack financially, you will lack emotionally, physically. You might, it all depends with your journey. There are people who are taken through, health issues, and they just not have any support in any way. You are just all alone in that journey. You lack moral support, you lack emotional support, and all those things. And today I want to specifically talk about financial, because a lot of us are in such situations where you are lacking financially. And child of God, I just want you to find comfort in this, because I one thing I have realized is that if you go through pain, or if you go through something that is uncomfortable, but you go through it with understanding, then it becomes bearable. um, God kind of helps you through it when you have understanding why you are going through something, and that means then you are able to endure, knowing at the end of it all, there's a reason why I'm going through this. And that has really helped me a lot in my journey. I have suffered a huge financial loss. I suffered a huge financial lack, but God was always there to provide for my needs. I always told the people close to me that at this moment of my life, God is only providing manna from heaven. I mean, when you are in preparation stage, you will never have excess. God will only give you what you need. If you remember the journey of the Israelites, that's exactly what they were having. And that manna, those who collected in excess still went bad. So God will only provide that which you need for that day. And I've seen God do that in my own life. I have not had finances in a very long time, but I never lack my usual needs. And that is very interesting about God. And I kept on pressing on God and asking, why do you do this? And the good thing is that the more you question God, the more He answers, and the more He makes you at ease, to make you realize that He's not punishing you, that this process that He's taking you through is for your own good. And at the end of the day, you are going to come out as fine as gold, and no one will be able to object to what you are saying, or what you have become, because that process is no one's business. It's not easy, but you will make through, child of God. You will make it through. You won't die there, trust you me. It's just meant to burn away some impurities. Gold is passed through fire, right? And all the impurities are gotten out, and that's why we find gold so much. Gold is very, very valuable, right? So, child of God, God is making you valuable for His kingdom through that fire that you're going through. So, one of the reasons why I believe that God takes us through the financial lack, and this is also supported by Jesus Christ. Do you remember Jesus Christ also went through some preparation when He was born, and He reached the age of 12 years until 30 years? We were never told what happened in between there, but all we know is that He started His ministry at 30 years. And before He went into ministry, we all know that the devil took Him to the wilderness to try and test Him. And I want you to notice that God passed all those tests because of the preparation He went through. Trust you me, if he did not go through that preparation and realize that all he needed to go through that situation was God, he would have failed all those tests. And I want to believe that he also went through the financial lack, because how can you explain it? How you are hungry, you are in the wilderness, you are being tempted. He was fasting actually, and the devil tells him to turn the stones into bread so that he can eat. And he was so hungry, and he told the devil is that it's written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Can you imagine that? And that is exactly what God takes us through. That lack, when you lack financially, I tell you, the devil will come to you at any level of your destiny, and will be able to turn off from him or just walk away from him, because I have realized that there are so many temptations out here. The devil is constantly tempting us and trying to make us, lose focus and make us go back and not do that which God wants us to do and that which God created us to do. So if you do not go through this financial test and financial lack, then you are going to become a very materialistic person, and that means the devil will use materials to just distract you, materials for you to live what God wants you to do, and that is going to affect God's kingdom, God's purposes. So at the end of the day, when you go through a financial lack and you realize that it's only God who can get you out of it, that no person can get you out of it, you learn to be content. You learn that you don't need anything else in this world to live or survive. As long as you have God, then God is going to take care of all your needs. Do you remember Paul saying that he knows that he has gone through lack, that he has gone through, he has lacked in every way, but he knows that he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. Trust you me, such stance doesn't just come from the blues. It's going through that lack and realizing that even in that lack, God is with you. God will not let you or leave you. And it doesn't mean that you're going to stay there forever. That is just a season of preparation, child of God. So you need to walk through that season with a lot of understanding, because when you look at the Bible, there are so many people who went through all that. And I love Paul, because Paul was so bold, oh my God. And he said that he went through all that kind of lack. And at the moment he was writing the scriptures, he said that he had plenty. He had a lot already, then that means that it's just a season that is passing away. And if you are able to be patient with God and allow him to do his work inside of you, you are going to enjoy the plenty. It's coming, child of God. God is not a man, he never lies. So whatever he said is what he does. All he needs you to do is persevere and endure through it. And I promise you, it shall be beautiful. Trust you me. I have been in that journey, and I'm still believing God that is going to make my life beautiful. Okay? So go through that financial lack with all the joy, with all that you have inside of you, knowing that there is joy ahead, there is plenty ahead, and it's coming. God never promises and never does. He is not a man. Okay, I love you all, and until next time, bye bye. Stay blessed.